Deep within a cozy cave nestled between sun-warmed rocks, there lived a peculiar hedgehog named Nilo. Unlike his prickly brethren, Nilo was incredibly soft. His spines were so tiny and closely packed together that he felt like a ball of yarn more than a hedgehog. But his softness wasn't just on the outside. Nilo had a heart of gold and a spirit of adventure that made him the most curious hedgehog in the forest. Every morning, Nilo would wake up before sunrise, stretch out his little pink nose and sniff the air. The forest smelled like dew-kissed leaves, damp earth and, most importantly, dreams. You see, every night when the animals in the forest slept, their dreams would float up into the air, swirling and twirling among the trees like fireflies. Some dreams were big and bright, full of exciting adventures and daring escapades. Others were small and gentle, like the flickering light of a candle flame. And occasionally, a nasty, grumpy dream would sneak in and try to ruin the peace. Now, Nilo couldn't bear the thought of any animal having a bad dream. Not when there was a perfectly lovely night sky full of stars or a playful breeze rustling through the leaves. So each night, after the other animals had gone to sleep, Nilo would set out on his quest to collect the dreams. He'd sniff around until he found a particularly sweet dream, then carefully lift it up with his little paws and tuck it under a special pouch on his back. It was made of the softest material imaginable, like a cloud spun from moonlight and stardust. Nilo had found it abandoned one day, and ever since it had become his very own personal treasure. As the first rays of sunlight peeked over the horizon, Nilo would search for an animal who needed a nice dream. Sometimes it was a little squirrel who'd had a nightmare about falling from a tree. Other times it was a sleepy owl who'd dreamt of being chased by a hungry fox. With a gentle nudge of his nose, Nilo would pass the dream along, and the animal would wake up feeling refreshed and happy. One night, as Nilo was making his rounds, he came across a clearing where a family of rabbits were sleeping. He tiptoed over and peeked into their burrow. 3 pairs of soft, velvety ears twitched beneath the surface. Nilo's heart melted. He wanted to give all 3 rabbits lovely dreams, but he only had room for one in his pouch. What should he do? Nilo thought and thought. Finally, he had an idea. He gathered all 3 dreams into his paws and closed his eyes tight. Then he blew gently. The dreams floated away from him like dandelion seeds in the wind, each one landing softly on the head of one of the sleeping rabbits. As the sun rose, the rabbits woke up and twitched their noses. They sniffed the air, savoring the sweet, dreamy smell that clung to them like a warm blanket. From that day on, whenever Nilo found more than one dream that needed delivering, he would do the same thing. He'd blow them away on dandelion seeds, or tie them together with blades of grass, or even use a leaf as a makeshift kite. And so the legend of Nilo, the dream-weaver hedgehog, continued on, bringing happy dreams to every animal in the forest, and reminding them that even in the darkest of nights, the sun will always rise again.